let's get this financial party started and not spill hot wax on ourselves again. So I noticed when I was setting up the microphone to record this, I got wax on my microphone as well. Like I was pulling it down from the cupboard and like wax came falling down with it. Don't know if the camera picked that up, but yeah, I got wax on my microphone, I got wax on my hand, got wax on my pants and my hoodie. Got wax all over the place. I got wax all over my desk. I still got wax on my desk. Didn't really hurt that much, it was more of a stun thing, but anyway. So as I'm sure some of, at least some, if not most of you have heard, at the start of October there was expected to be a full government shutdown in America due to lack of funding, which means no more government workers are paid until the shutdown is concluded. Which plenty of people have their diverse opinions on, some people saying it's because of all the money going to Ukraine, others are blaming it on abortions. Hell, I'm sure some people are even saying that's because of people not believing in God enough, or it's because of that damn 5G. But luckily for the stock market, there was a last-minute decision that prolonged the vote further. A vote that was supposed to be for budgeting defense versus non-defense finances, I believe. Which means that leading up to the shutdown, we could expect massive drops in the stock market, which I had noticed with great concern and worry until I heard about the shutdown like the day before, and did a quick Google search to see that it has indeed happened before. A few times, actually. And not that long ago either. Oftentimes, shutdowns only last one day. However, there have been 4 instances where a shutdown has lasted more than one day. Back in 1995 to 1996, the government shut down twice, which ended up in a total of 26 days. Then again in 2013, which resulted in a 16-day shutdown. And finally from December 2018 to January 2019, which ended up with a 35-day shutdown total. I'd also like to add that the 2018 to 2019 shutdown was because of the funding that was expected to go to the border wall. You know, the one that we all laughed at. Yeah, that led to a 35-day shutdown. And the one in 2013 was due to a standoff over the funding for the Affordable Care Act. You know, health insurance. Led to a shutdown, because Republicans and Democrats couldn't agree on it. And so, due to the impending shutdown of 2023, a lot of people's stocks have dropped. And yes, I'll be including a link in the description for the people who wish to read up on it or want to try and prove me wrong, because I'm making fun of the wall once again. By the way, the bill that was passed to avoid a shutdown was only a 45-day one. So if they don't come to a decision soon, which I'm not sure if they have yet or not, then we can expect another drop in the stock market by November 17th. It also took me a while to find a reason for the shutdown, but I believe I had, which will also be in the description. So apparently it's because the Republicans wanted to cut things like 30% to healthcare, cut the Social Security Administration, and cut nutrition programs for kids. And so be sure to keep in mind propaganda and personal beliefs and opinions when reading up on articles, but the one I found was the only one that explained what was going on. Problem is, the next line under it, the explanation sounds pretty extreme, and it reads, "After trying to take our government hostage, MAGA Republicans," MAGA being Make America Great Again, won nothing, he said. Today, MAGA extremists have failed, bipartisanship has prevailed, and both parties have come together to avert a shutdown. The hostage part is what really had taken me aback, so just watch out, because it appears to show a bit more of an opinion in there, since it doesn't show the other perspective, which is also always an important thing when it comes to doing research. Try to find both perspectives, even a neutral one if so. But the only one that I could find that provided an answer as to why there was a shutdown was against Republican type of perspective. So always just keep that in mind, take everything with a grain of salt, but this is the only source I found, and it's a quite reputable source as well. But anyway, now with that little lesson and bit of explanation there, let's get into my stocks. So let's go to screen record. Why is my face not here? That's why, because I picked the wrong one. Alright, so let's start with Quest Trade. So by the looks of it, I am currently at a negative of $66.46. As you can see, my cash has went up a bit, and I have a good reason for that, which you'll see in just a moment. So let's go over to our trades. Let it load up, of course. Load up. Come on. I wonder why it's not loading. It worked last time. Alright, let's try loading it up again. There we go. That's better. Alright. Oh, wow. That's even more. I am down $78.15. Let's see what event is coming up. Earnings is coming out for Waste Management soon. Ooh. That's since open? Wait, no. Yeah. Down 3 cents, oh well. Thing is, when I wrote the script for this episode, all my stocks were in the green. They were still in the red, of course, in these sections, but they're in the green in terms of gains. But, yeah, that kind of backtracked. So I will actually show you why I have more cash in my account now, and this is the reason why. Don't know why there's 2. Must just be like a copy one. But anyway, I've done my research and I found that actually Planet Fitness tends to start growing around October 15th. And it starts dropping and it gains the peak around February 15th, like sometime in February, and then it starts to drop again in April. So I've decided I have a list of notes. Gotta make sure it's lined up properly. So I have a bunch of index cards and notes for different stocks I'm interested in investing in. And I have one for Dollarama, of course, because if you see Dollarama stocks, it's very good. But I've decided to wait a little bit before investing in that. So yeah, I have a Planet Fitness index card with information on it. So I've decided to buy it on October 15th. Thing is, when I set it up to buy, the stock was at, I believe, $50.98. So of course I went slightly below that and select buy at $50, as you guys can see. Except ever since then, it has only gone up. Pretty sure it's at a decline right now. But after I purchased it, ordered it and all that sort of stuff, it went at $5. It's being really slow today. But yeah, it went nearly $6 from when I ordered it. But yeah, I've noticed that so I have it written down for like the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, for like when the prime times were, when the stocks were at their highest before April. And I find that 2018 to 2019, it was April 15th, which is my planned time to sell my stock. But then 2019 to 2020, February 20th, was the height of the stock, and then 2020 to 2021 was February 24th, 2021 to 2022 was February 16th, and 2022 to 2023 was January 12th. So my original plan was to buy it on October 15th and then sell it on April 15th. However, I think I might sell it more on the February 15th to February 25th range, because that seems like that would be when it's at its highest. Yeah. So I've done my research into the Planet Fitness stock, because like you keep in mind, New Year's people want to get more fit, want to get more in shape. So you can expect the stock to rise, and Planet Fitness being one of the most affordable gyms there are, you can count on their stock definitely growing during that time frame. Even if you look in the max section. Okay, maybe not the max section. Max section's a little large. But yeah, even if you look at the 1 year section, you can see an obvious grow to drop ratio. Because like October starts pumping up, and then by May, boom, it starts dropping down heavily. So that's why I have my plan set up from October to April, but I might actually exit out of the stock much earlier. And I had originally planned to buy 4 of the stocks all at $50. However, buying power is lower than the amount of money in your account, which I assume is because of like fees and that sort of stuff. So instead I could only buy 3 stocks, sadly, when I wanted to buy 4, which I'm not too upset about. It's gonna be money gained anyway. If I can manage to get in, because I don't want to cancel my current order and then like place an order higher up so I can at least get in. Because if it drops below the $50, then I'm gonna end up spending more money if I choose to not be patient, instead get it now. But at the same time, if I continue waiting, then I'm gonna end up risking never being able to get the stock. So it's just that bit of a conundrum right there. But yeah, now I've invested a total of $1,350 into my Questrade account, which I should actually put onto my budgeting sheet soon before I forget. And I believe that is all to show here. Yeah, because I mainly just need to wait and hope that this drops down to 50 or below soon. Which I can probably count on for November, but at the same time, the longer I wait, the more it's most likely going to go up. But I just have to be hopeful. Everything's dropping right now, so that's good. They're down $7. How much are they down today, though? Does not show. Which also, the reason why I'm planning on not keeping Planet Fitness is because they don't give dividends. So obviously I'm not going to keep it if I'm not getting a return from it. So instead I'm going to buy it, wait for it to be at its peak, and then sell it. Alright, so I believe that is all needed for here, so let's move on to Wealthsimple. As you can see, it's not doing too well either. I am down $39.50. Which I've given the explanation earlier, America, because majority of my stocks are American. I have a few Canadian stocks, but a majority is American. Yeah, I already contributed my $150 for this month. And so far, this is, if I were to no longer invest, I will have 24.7k by the time I'm 65. So mine will grow from $1,090 to 24.7k. But my boyfriend's account, I have him at a level lower risk than me, and he's investing also $150 a month, except he has auto deposit set up, so he's able to see much more into the future than I am. And for him, the peak he's able to shows he's able to gain is 1.1 million. So that's good. Let's see how my portfolio is doing. And we're back here. I don't want to put my hand in front of the camera. View holdings, there we go. So yeah, I have my boyfriend in the level 5, in the level 5 risk level, while I'm in the level 6 risk level. So yeah, right now, US equities is up 1%, international equities are down 4.7%, emerging market equities are down 4%, global equities are down 1.5%, and Canadian equities are down 3.4%. Oh, gold's up. Government bonds are down 9.3%. Canadian aggregate bonds are down 4.2%. Canadian short-term bonds are down 1.2%. And gold is up 2.6%. Which I am honestly amazed at. Huh. Oh, it shows more information now, like on how many shares I own and all that. That's nice. I like that. Alrighty. And I believe I can see, yeah, dividend. So this is the amount I deposited, and this is the amount. So the dark line is the amount I deposited, and the orange line is the amount I am at. I decided to stop adding an additional $20 a month at the middle of the month because I figured I am probably not going to reach my weight goal anytime soon, and I'm struggling to get a job because, I don't know. I have 4 years? Yeah, 4 years of cooking experience, but I've been told that due to wintertime, it's more difficult to get a cook job during winter, which luckily I saved up $20K before moving, though now I'm at just over $14K from like moving expenses, bills, and all that sort of stuff. So I have enough to afford rent for the next few months, or like for the rest of my lease. But yeah, I don't want to continue investing $20 a month anymore. Like, if I get a stable job, good income, then yeah, I'll go back to investing an extra $20 a month. But for now, I'm going to stick with just the plain old $150, just to be safe. Let's see, we invested your recent deposits. Yeah, my total net deposits for my Wealthsimple account is $1,130. And I've also decided that once I get a stable income in again, I'm also going to add the baseline of $1,000 deposit over here as well, which I ended up doing to Questrade because I didn't know I don't gain interest on my cash on Questrade when I first invested. Yeah, everything's down right now. It doesn't look too good. But yeah, let's see all activity. But yeah, I received some dividends at the beginning of the month, got my fees paid, and I can expect some more dividends to be coming in again soon. Dividends are low right now because stock market's low. But yeah, I'm going to quickly load up my budgeting sheet to add in my contributions. That's not my current income right now. That's a calculation I was doing this morning for an interview I had recently, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get the job or not. It's very confusing. Yeah, this needs to be updated. So let's add the 10/01/2023. And then that was $150 to Wealthsimple. And then total contributions, that will equal out to $2,280. And then again on the 15th, except this one was for Questrade, 15/2023. That was $200. And that will be $2,480. And contribution remaining 4370 minus 228, nope, 150 minus 150, 4220, and then again minus 200, which will be 4020. So close to 420. But anyway. So yeah, currently I have $4,020 remaining for the rest of the year, and then it's gonna add on to next year, whatever the contribution limit will be for next year. I don't know if they announced it yet. I doubt they've announced it yet. Government's very delayed on a lot of things. Contribution limit for TFSA, and let's just change that to 2024. Oh. Contribution, it's been announced, everyone. Contribution limit for next year is actually going to be $7,000. So I'm just gonna quickly take a picture of that for my boyfriend. Sorry for the people who are listening live. There we go. Alright, and I'm back. So yeah, contribution limit next year, it's announced, it will be $7,000. So for anyone who doesn't know, the money you have not contributed this year gets forwarded over to next year. So let's say I stopped contributing anything else for the rest of this year. I finished off with $4,020. Then next year I will have 4,020 plus 7,000. I will have a total of $11,020 for a contribution limit for next year. So that's just a little bit of a reminder plus extra lesson. Also, so some of you may or may not know, my boyfriend is taking accounting and management at McGill University. And I sometimes go into his class, like yesterday was the second time I've ever gone into one of his classes. And there was a public speaker who used to be, I believe, a lawyer, either a lawyer or accountant. And he taught us some things about wills, he taught us some things about RRSPs, TFSAs, FHSAs, and wills, I believe I said that already. He taught us all that stuff, which I actually knew a lot about it already, because my accounting teacher is amazing. But I thought FHSAs, which is something that like Canadians had, I thought that we had that since like 2008 from the 2008 housing crisis, but no. It started up on April 1st, 5 days before my birthday. So like, so my accounting teacher, when I was asking him about what site he recommends to have a TFSA on, and he was recommending Questrade, the promotion for an FHSA popped up on a screen. He's like, ooh, that sounds interesting, I should check that out. And I was like, that doesn't seem like a big deal to me. Which in my head I thought had been around for years. He's probably already known about it, but he was trying to promote me to invest in it. But no, like just a few days after, the few days before he was showing me that, it got started up. I thought it was something that's been around for years, but no, it's a completely new thing. So yeah, just something to share with you guys. So yeah, this is my updated budgeting sheet. These are my stocks and how they're doing. Let's update it real quick. See if Planet Fitness had gone down at all while I was talking. I think it actually went up. Anyway. Yeah, I believe that's all I have to show. Alright. And as I'm sure you all had noticed, they all had faced a bit of a drop due to the shutdown, but now they're doing sort of nicely. They were doing nicely when I was writing this, but they're working on it. They're trying to heal. Okay, they got a lot of cuts, they got a lot of scars, they got a lot of bruises. They just need some time. They're doing nicely till the next probable shutdown, which we can expect unless they come to a decision. If they haven't had already, we can expect the next drop to be around November 17th. They still need some time to recover, but they are doing a good job. They're still giving me dividends, which is nice. Keep in mind what the quarters are for the next update. Quarter 1, January to February, February, March. Quarter 2, April, May, June. Quarter 3, July, August, September. And Quarter 4, October, November, December. Check out my novels on Amazon and Kobo, link in the description. Check out Creative Writing Club Premium on Patreon, Spotify, link in the description. Check out Quill and Scroll Stash in the description. Check out Creative Writing Club Discord server in the description. Check out my personal Instagram at dark_night_wolves. And now this financially creative meeting is at its end, and we will not drop hot wax on ourselves.